Welcome back, and I'm delighted to introduce our next session with Francesco Guglielmi, who's Chief Sales and Marketing Officer at Exomad Green, which is a biochar company based in Bolivia. It's the world's largest biochar producer and also the world's largest CDR supplier. So yeah, welcome Francesco. Looking forward to hearing all about your work.
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure on behalf of Exomad Green to be present. We just joined NEP and are very happy to be here to participate in all the important and interesting conversations we're having around. Today, what I wanted to do is, we talked a lot about a policy, we had very important conversations, but I want to show you what a CDR project, like what a biochar project looks like. And well, we have prepared here a little video which shows a little bit of the project and some important numbers. There we are.
We began this journey more than 3 years ago. Driven by determination, fueled by purpose. Our mission was clear. We wanted to revolutionize the way the world fights climate change, moving faster, making bolder choices, and delivering change where it's needed most. Challenge by challenge, we kept moving forward. Slowly but steadily, we began to lead the way. Discovering, scaling, and unlocking the incredible potential of biochar. Not only as one of the most effective carbon removal solutions the world has, but as a powerful catalyst for change, transforming agriculture, restoring land, and uplifting entire communities. And today, 3 years later, we want to celebrate together our most recent milestones. Mission remains as urgent as ever. Our world needs to rapidly scale the delivery of high-quality carbon removals. As we aim for our 2027 megatonne goal, we call on buyers, partners, and changemakers everywhere. Join us in this action for a better tomorrow, for our planet, for our future. Exomad Green. High-quality carbon removal delivered at scale.
Okay, so it was a little bit of an introduction. Thanks. Okay, so a little bit about Exomad. Exomad is a subdivision. Exomad Green is a subdivision from Exomad, which is the parent company, which is one of the leading wood exporters in Bolivia. So what happens is that we have several, let's say, parts of the company, which is the supply chain, the wood side of the business, where we produce parts of guitars, furniture, decking, and we export songwood. And Exomad Green comes to complement because it takes care of the residues produced by our supply chain. So our objective is to produce high-quality carbon removal and to deliver them, and the important word is to be delivered at scale. And at scale because we have been growing for the last years. So we have a very big team of professionals leading in their areas. This is our baseline scenario. As you can see here, we have all these sawmills in Bolivia which they start processing wood, and they start accumulating residues. They have no use for it, it's not used for heating, it's not used for anything. So what they do with that, at one point it accumulates, and it takes too much space. So they build a fire pit, and they incinerate the residues. So what happens is generates a lot of environmental and health problems for the community surrounding these towns, creates unhealthy working conditions, and of course, it generates a lot of CO2. So this has generated problems over the time. It has burned entire communities. It has started fires, even wildfires. So what do? We collect all these residues from the sustainable forestry industry sawmills. Then we transport them to our factory. We turn them into, we pyrolyze them, process it into biochar, and then we give it away to the indigenous and medium-sized farming operations for free. Right now we have 2 facilities. One recently expanded to remove 140,000 tons of CO2 from the atmosphere, and the other one in Ribera Alta, 120,000. This is what they look like from the inside. We have just installed this, another 4 lines. This is the new expansion. You can see there the grinding operations, and then there's the ovens over there in the background, right? So this is the facility we're right now, which is under construction. It is Guarayos. It will have a final capacity of 500,000 tons per year by the end of next year. We have been receiving AA ratings by Silvera and B0 on both factories. Our objective is to reach the megatonne of installed capacity by next year. We currently have 2 operational plants. We have 1 plant and another 2 plants which are on the pipeline. So this is a company that grows, and as it grows, it's implementing, it's keeping all of it, the most important features that a company in our environment has to have. We have to have biomass sourcing protections, we have to have the label standards, every type of pillar that is here that it's important for us to operate. One very important thing is the biomass sourcing protections. We're very strict on this as we want to know a full traceability of where our biomass is coming from. So, forestry laws in Bolivia have been created by USAID more than 25 years ago, and they have been very good at creating a circular economy. They set strict limits on selective harvesting. It's not like what we know about forestry in general of clear cutting, but as you can see, it has preserved the forest in these areas. It generates a circular economy where the people living in these areas take value from the forest, so when they have a forest that produces Brazil nuts, that they can have selective forestry extraction. And all of these, they don't switch to agriculture because it generates value for them. And that's why we monitor the areas. As you can see, this is a map. We have down there Concepcion, and this is the general sourcing area of all the sawmills with which we operate, and we vet them first to know that where they're sourcing from. So as you can see, this is 2009, 2010, 2011, and the forest has not received a lot of impact from agricultural operations. As you can see, this is the north in the Amazon. And as you can see, 2010, 2011, you can see how Brazil has completely plowed its Amazon forest, but the Bolivian side is completely, largely untouched. Most of these are community-owned lands. So we're giving them a way to have a circular economy and respect and live off the forest. To continue this biomass traceability, we monitor 70 sawmills, an area of 58,000 kilometers square, and 260. All of these areas that we have seen, they're called sustainable forestry management areas. So we're monitoring, and each area is assigned to a sawmill. So we're monitoring the whole chain, and we have, whenever we detect through our satellite NDVI technology that there is some type of problem or overexploitation, we would stop sourcing from that area. In general, the market overview right now, this is a very important thing. This is the lifetime sales of 2026. As you can see, this is a very important graph. I sourced it from CDR FYI. As you can see, and this is important for the whole market, this is the top 10 sales in the market right now. And as you can see, there's only 2 companies delivering in the top. So it's a market where there is a lot of demand. We always hear that there's no demand. There is a lot of demand, but there's a lot of unsatisfied demand. So we as suppliers, we need to scale up, but we also need from finance. there's no early stage financing for most startups in this space. So there's several ways to do that. You need to spin off from a larger company like we did, but I think it's time, and this is a clear number that banks should look at and say, like, okay, there is unsatisfied demand. The clients are very good, AAA, so there's a lot to be done here. So you see there's so much demand, and there's only 2 companies delivering. So right now, we are the largest deliverer. We stand at more than 350,000 corks delivered. And also, this is very important. We have a 26%, let's say, market share in all of this. And as you can see, we're 1/4 of the market, and we believe there's space for everyone. We just need to keep scaling up to build the capacity that the industry needs tomorrow. But for that, we need, like I said, support from the buyers and from financing. We have a really good pool of clients. We recently sold to the IMF. We have a deal with Microsoft also. And the deals, we signed the largest biochar offtake in history with 1.24 million corks. We also signed the largest spot sale with 25,000. We completed over 80 deliveries with over 260 retirements. We had a compound annual growth rate of 117% year by year. We are certified under the Puro.Earth methodology. Puro is a really good partner of us, backed by NASDAQ, so it's a very important feature for us. Additionality. This is a very important point for all the project developers. Additionality is key in this industry. We do not sell the biochar. It's completely donated. Then we're completely reliant on the carbon credits for our expansion. The end use, we deliver by the truckload to the indigenous community. We don't sell it also because it would be far from our reach. So what we do is we deliver by the truckload to, let's say, some medium-sized community. And then what we do is that we send a soil technician to verify that this carbon credit has been implemented into the soil. If the person there does not have the capability to put it on the ground, we put it for them with their own machinery. And once that has been verified, then only then we sign a carbon sink attestation, make a GPS location of this carbon sink, and then it's only passed into the system, verified by our BBB, and only then a carbon credit is issued. Quality of our biochar is 0.24 with 86% of carbon content, so it has been increasing every year, these are very important metrics for permanence and for the quality of the biochar. Co-benefits, this is one of the most important parts, and this is what we don't have to forget as an industry, that we have to bring an added value, and that this is a lot of part of this is true with the Global South. So we're talking about also an issue here, and that's why we also expanded our presence here, is international carbon credits in the European Union. This is what generates, like whatever is being bought here, this is what's gonna generate overseas. So we are now involved in 3 cities with an area of influence of 250,000 with 5 community engagement plans. We work with the local municipality in achieving a lot of SDGs because biochar conserves water, it helps to promote the crops, it helps in reducing deforestation because there's no need to do more expansion of the farms because they don't have to compensate their yield loss year by year. So we have this several co-benefits. Operational side, you have the environmental aspect. We sequester carbon, we improve waste management, we provide cleaner air because we avoid open burning. From the economic side of it, we do soil enhancing, we create green tech jobs. Then we support education, culture, agriculture, health. And then the agricultural part, we make donations, we participate with the community. And the agricultural part is very important. Well, here is a little bit of images of how this looks like on the ground. We produce guitars, we donate guitars to them. They have a lot of important local heritage in that site. We also have health engagement programs, back-to-school programs. This is urban transformation. We're helping these towns to renovate their parks. And this is the most important part. the agricultural engagement program. This is where we handle all of our biochar donations. And right now, this is a very powerful image. So as you can see here, we have fertilized over 25,000 hectares of land, 260 plus beneficiaries. You can see there a land with no biochar. Look at the color. And it's completely parched dry. And you can see a land with biochar recently implemented. Looks very healthy. And then you look at the biochar results, it's a very healthy green crop, you know? So this is as May of 2026. And we also donate biochar for reforestation efforts in areas that have been hit by wildfires. Then this is an important part too, our field studies. This is, for example, beans. We have one that is a control crop over there. Then you have only biochar plus NPKs, and the other one the same, but plus microorganisms. So as you can see, this drew a 25% yield increase in this specific test. Look at the results on corn. You can see a quality increase, and it's the same type of study. We have control crop, biochar plus NPKs, and microorganisms, 24.3. We're seeing a 12% average increase in yields across the board. This is a soil humidity test. You can see here that the plot treated with biochar is on top, and the one not treated with biochar. You can see over the weeks, then on week 9, when the drought hits, the one with biochar has kept at least double the moisture. So it's a very powerful thing, which made this soybean study have a 54.8 yield increase, very small, but you can see also on the quality of the plant. This is a little bit of images on the ground of the people working there. We have our own lab where we measure these results so we can deliver a high quality and carbon credit with a lot of control on it, right? So yeah, basically that's it. 1 minute. Sorry that I spoke really fast, but well, that's our project. And I just wanted to finish up saying that I think that we need to communicate through more images, because we have a lot of good conversations, but we need to show our projects. We need the European Commission to know to see these. Companies are right now afraid to go publicly with, because there has been a lot of things about the greenwashing claims and whatnot. But we need to create a way for companies to be proud that they're contributing to this, the European Union, to promote these type of activities, not only overseas, but they happen in Europe, they're happening all around the world. So I guess it's a very important thing, and that's our message from Exomad Green. Thank you very much.